and the world is sitting back and they are watching. When Biafrans rise up, they talk. When we call for sit at home, there's an outrage. When we make a move, they begin to cry and shout. We ask for freedom, they criminalize us. We ask for the release of our political detainees, they criminalize us. We call for a peaceful, civil disobedience. They criminalize it. They turn it violent. Nigeria should prepare and be ready to face the consequence of their action. Biafrans have been beaten so much that people who are supposed to speak have lost their voice. Biafrans who are supposed to speak in Biafra land have lost their voice. No single one of them has a voice to speak, to demand for the right of the people. Today, you can imagine that it's somebody who is not from Biafra land. A different person from another ethnic group is the person that is having the courage to call for the right of the Biafran people. First, it was a person from the Middle Belt, not Plateau State to be precise. Someone from a Plateau State that was able to call for a mega protest on the 1st of October, which they attacked and quelled. Today again, we are seeing another mega protest to protest in Asorok. And that call was made by somebody who is not an Igbo person. Omoyole Shore, to be precise. It took Omoyole Shore to make that call for a mega protest, to drag in the politicians in Biafra land. Today, they have succeeded in taking away our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is detained in Finland. Finnish authority joined Nigeria to criminalize self-determination, and they take Mazi Simon Ekpa. Initially, it was Mazi Simon Ekpa that was putting this pressure on these politicians by fire, by force, giving them the language they understand. And that made them to open their mouth and begin to speak about the freedom of Mazi Simon Ekpa, even though most of them were not sure, but they were saying it. When the pressure became too much, just the same way they contributed money and wrote petitions against Mazi Simon Ekpa and supported his kidnap, the same way they supported that of Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa was taken away. And all this while, we have been talking of pressure. As it stands today, there is no single person who can be able to activate that pressure on Nigerian government. No single individual, anyway, that can do it. I have done so many programs here on increasing pressure. And after I did that program, was it last week, this call came in. Pressure can come from any angle. And today, the pressure we are seeing today is coming from somebody who is not even a Biafra. First, somebody from a Plateau State. Today, Omoyole Shore, a Yoruba man by tribe, even though he's also a Biafran. It took Omoyole Shore to make a mega call for a march, not just a march to Asorok, and he challenged all the politicians in Biafra land to come out. It is not just lip service. Come and put your boot on the ground. He took that challenge, and the date has been given, 28th of October, 7 a.m. 28th of October, 7 a.m., a march to Asorok. That challenge was thrown. That anyone who still care about humanity and care about the Biafra issue, and if you are sincere on the call for the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa, come out and march. As long as you are in that nation, from governor to the least politician, from the governors to the least politician, ministers. And it was a very shameful thing that even when Showore put call across to some of them, they were giving excuses. This is something they are supposed to do. They did not do it. Someone else did it, and when he put call across, they were giving excuses. They were all giving excuses. Surprisingly, even in the response, we saw that the people who are responding are people you never expect they will respond. We have gotten a response. Atiku Abubakar weighed in and supports that very protest. I do not care whether he is serious, whether it is politically motivated or not. I don't care. You know, some of us are very fond of picking out the negative. Every time you say a word, they capitalize on the negative. They say, oh, Atiku Abubakar is, you know, let him do it for whatever reason. You that is a Biafran, do it for your own self-hatred. Open your goddamn mouth and speak. Is it not a shame that among all those idiots that claim to be heavyweights, elites in Biafra, none of them have issued a statement to join that very protest? But Atiku Abubakar, another man. Atiku Abubakar, another man, have weighed in. He has weighed in. And he supports the protest. But in the Biafra land, where are those people who claim to be politicians or speakers? Where are they? Where is Ojus Okalo? Ojus Okalo, who is from Abia State, where is he? I am asking, where is Ojus Okalo? Did you hear any statement from him? Of course not. We did not hear any statement from him. And so many other politicians who are there. It is very shameful that even the man who say he is whatever, deputy whatever in Senate did not issue any statement. When he was contacted directly by Moshe, he was giving excuses that he's going to London. And he was even trying to water down the protest, that he wants to go and meet the Attorney General. A meeting that had happened time and time again, that yielded no fruit. And now in time of protest, he is talking trash. It is a shame, a very big shame, that today it took outsiders to make our voice heard. Our people are not even bold enough. In the call that was made by Showore, the only people that have come out clearly to give support is the Honorable Obi Agwocha, who is the representative of Mazin Nandekano constituency in the House of Rep. The man that raised the issue in the House of Rep that they shut down. That man threw his whole weight behind Omo Showore and say he is going to be there. That he supported 1,000 times. He will support it again and again and again. That is the only man that came out and gave a genuine support that we know that is serious. Honorable Obi Agwocha declared full support for Showore's free Nnamdi Kanu peaceful march on October 20th. A march to Asorok. It took Omo Showore to make that move. And now he is the one now calling them on phone to join. Challenging them to come, not only to come and sit and build billboard or say, oh, he'll be released. He made a call up to the governor of Abia State. He called him. Agwocha was the one that wheeled in. Another person that gave a positive response was Abaribe. Abaribe gave a positive response that he's going to be there. Where are the other people in the House of Assembly? The deputy of the House of Rep is from Abia State, from the state of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That idiot was called by Moshe Owore and he was given an excuse. He was even trying to play down the whole thing to confuse Moshe Owore. to stop the protest. Another unexpected person that weighed in is our brother and elder, Uwazurike. Uwazurike weighed in and said he's going to be in the front line. The people you never expected. Uwazurike weighed in, even he made his own and said it on video that he's going to be on the front line. That he's going to be in the front line. And I'm going to try to look for his video and present the video of our elder, Uwazurike. I don't care what you think about Uwazurike. I do not care what he has done in the past. As I have always said, always try to look at the positive in everything you see. Some of us are very negative-minded. You think you are the smartest person. That everybody come. Mazi Simon Ekpa himself said, anything that can make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, he will support it. He said it on video. I have played the video here several times. Where Mazi Simon Ekpa said, anything, including the political solution, even if it will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he's not against it. That was the message of Mazi Simon Ekpa, which he preached on video. But some of us are very negative. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, when a governor does something that is right, he supports him and acknowledges it. When a criminal that is against Biafra does something that is right, he will support it, applaud him. That does not mean that when you misbehave, he will not call you out. When you misbehave, he will hammer you. And that is how it is. No permanent enemy and no permanent friend. Uwazurike weighed in. And Uwazurike case, he spoke on video. Let me see if I can find the video of Uwazurike. What he said about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he's going to be in the front line. He wants to be there. Uwazurike said he wants to be there. And he even went ahead to say that wasn't even the first time he made that move. He has said for a very long time that he's ready to come and be a testifier for the defense team. None of us heard about that. We didn't hear about that. He said that he told the lawyer
to the court appearance of Nnamdi Kanu today and listen to the representations made by his lawyers, and which to say that I want to be part of any peaceful demonstration in Abuja or anywhere in Nigeria for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I personally reached out to Barrister Lawyer Ejimako long ago, telling him that I would want to be one of the witnesses, defense witnesses to Nnamdi Kanu. Recently, just about last week, I reminded him of my desire to be one of the defense witnesses to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can ask a lawyer, Jimako. I told him. So, for this new development, I want to be part of it. I'm ready to go to Abuja or any part of Nigeria where such demonstrations will take place. I will be part of it, provided it is anchored on non-violence, peaceful protests. I will be there, and I mean it. I will personally be there. This is not all about Nnamdi Kanu. This is about Ndi Igbo. If anybody thinks that Nnamdi Kanu is being humiliated today, no. It's Ndi Igbo that are being humiliated. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu.
And I agree with Uwazurike 100%. The humiliation is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The humiliation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name is facing today is about Ndi Igbo. It is about the Igbo race. The humiliation, the disgrace, the insult is to all Igbo people. But some of these idiots think it's about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That it took an outsider to make this call. Somebody like Omoyele Sowore, it took Omoyele Sowore to make this call for the mega protest to Asorok. And he didn't stop in the call. Omoyele Sowore was putting call across to every single one of them. Omoyole was putting call across to every one of them to reach out to them so that they can be able to join this. So many of them refused to pick their call. So many refused to pick their call. He sent texts, they never replied. Some that picked the calls were given excuses. These are Igbo politicians. Igbo politicians. Surprisingly, look at the people who have volunteered to come out. The people that added their voice were even people you don't expect. Atiku Abubakar from the north supports the protest for the release of Mazen Nandika. Our brother Wazirike says he is ready to be in the front line. That even before now, he has called Allah Ejimako that you want to be among the testifier in the defense council, the witness for defense. Even though we have not had this all this way, but he said it in video. And our lawyer Ejimako was the one who posted this and advertised it, which means it is true. But all these idiots who are walking round and round making noises, they come in the morning, they tell you free Mazen Nandika, they go in the night and they say don't free him. Some of them build billboard and they go to sleep. He took an outsider. And the people who claim to represent, do you think it's about Mazen Nandika? The insult is about the Igbo people. Assault to Igbos. Assault to Igbo, one of the three major languages in that Zolegal country, have been assaulted, abused, disregarded, and none of them is showing any sign of reacting. Let's listen to Wazirike.
Nothing like terrorism, this and that. Nothing like that. When my men were being killed in the streets of Southeast, were they terrorists? What did they do? When Nnamdi Kanu, when Ojukwu was declared to be arrested by DSS, simply because he said he supported Wazirike. He was given a one-way ticket, economy class, to Abuja. What did he do? It was just to humiliate Ndigo by commanding our leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, to proceed to Abuja on a one-way ticket, economy class. So all these things, I know them very well. It has got nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. It has to do with Ndigo. To tell us that we don't matter in Nigeria and that we could be treated anyhow. If you talk of terrorism charge or whatever, how can you be negotiating with terrorists from another tribe, one tribe, and keeping into prison terrorists from another tribe? Where's the justice? So it has it has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. It has to do with the injustice rooted in Nigeria against Ndigo. That is why I will be there. That's why I will be there. It could be anybody else. It could be anybody else. It has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu, terrorism, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. It has everything to do with Ndigo. The situation of Ndigo in Nigeria, the humiliation of Ndigo in Nigeria, and everybody is affected. We have to do this because of the future of our children. I will be there. Thank you.
I cannot agree less with Wazirike. He just nailed it. What he said is just what it is. It is humiliation to you. If you cannot even come because of Wazirike, come because of your own nation. Even humiliation. But eventually, all the delivered people have run away. None of them want to show interest. The places where we are getting interest, look at Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is showing interest. He has written openly. This is somebody who is contesting for presidency. What about your brother Toby? What has he said? What has P2B said openly in support of that very protest? Nothing. P2B will not like to say anything until when he becomes so difficult, when he sees that everybody has now come out and it's safe for him. In that same Nigeria, we saw Muhammad Buhari being appointed as a spokesperson for Boko Haram, and yet he became a president. But in terms of an Igbo man, you dare associate yourself from your people who are innocent, fighting for genuine things. A terrorist organization appointed Muhammad Buhari as a spokesperson. Terrorists appointed Muhammad Buhari as a spokesperson, and he accepted. He spoke on their behalf and later became a president. But your brother that is fighting for a legitimate right, self-determination, you will not support him. You will not speak about him because you don't want to lose your election. Look at Omoyele Sowore, who is speaking. He's also contesting for presidency. How many Igbo people who are in power have spoken? What did Dave Umahi say? Did you hear any report, any result from Dave Umahi? You will not. These are the people that have making sure that Mazen Nnamdi is not released ever. The Hope Uzodinma Madam, the Dave Umahi, the Peter Mbas, members of the Half Assembly, what are they saying? None of them is altering a statement. Instead, we are hearing statements from people who are not even Biafrans, and people you less suspect that they will speak. It is sad and very, very sad. And I bet you it is not going to end well for Nigeria. For the abuse of human rights and the insult on the Igbo nation, Nigerian government is not going to go free. Never, ever. This continued detention is not just a violation of one man's right. It is not. Ignoring these legal instruments that have been put in place, that they have signed up to. Nigeria has signed many treaties on human rights abuse, arbitrary detentions, and the United Nations arbitrary whatever. Yet, they violate all these laws. This continued detention is not just a violation of one man's right. It is a symbol of Nigerian failed justice system and its deep-seated fear of truth. Fear of truth, the greatest. That was why Mazen Nnamdi made it clear that he's going to destroy Nigeria with truth. And that truth has brought the zoo to their knees. That truth has brought Nigeria to their knees. And they will never, ever, ever rise again. It doesn't matter how they try. They will never rise again. For this continued detention of Mazen Nnamdi, there is going to be a very grievous consequence. And Nigeria has to prepare for the consequence of continued detention of Mazen Nnamdi. There will be consequence. For the continued detention of Mazen Nnamdi, there will be consequence. Take it to the bank. There will be. And Nigeria should be prepared for what is coming. One of the consequences of the continued detention of Mazen Nnamdi is radicalization and distrust. Radicalization and distrust. There will be more radical Biafrans coming out. And Biafrans will never, ever, ever trust Nigerian judicial system. The illegal detention has deepened anger and hopelessness across the southeast Biafra land. Many young Biafrans now see peaceful dialogue as useless. That is what it is. Peaceful dialogue is as useless as anything you can think about. Breeding frustrations and potential re-radicalization. That is where we are today. You think by continuation of Mazen Nandekan, you quench the fire of Biafra. You are only igniting the fire in every one of us. You are only grooming us to be stronger than Mazen Nandekan. You are only giving building many Mazen Nandekanos. You are creating more Mazen Nandekanos that you can't even match yourself to. From the first day when you took him away, you didn't know that Mazen Samuel would be around. And now that you have maneuvered and you take Mazen Nandeka, Simon Ekpa, I think you have silenced him. You think you succeeded. What is coming, you cannot be able to handle it. You think by silencing Mazen Nandeka, Simon Ekpa with your criminals that you can what is coming, you can't match it. Another consequence that Nigeria is about to face, and we continue to fail, lose credibility. Nigeria has lost credibility completely. They have lost credibility. Nigeria's claim to democracy and respect for human rights has collapsed before the world's eyes. The whole world can see it. The international community silence only makes them complicit in injustice. It is very clear that Nigeria does not have anything called democracy. Nigeria does not respect the rule of law. Nigeria does not have anything called human rights. Humanity is dead. In that name called Nigeria, humanity is dead. And that is why the international community silence only makes them complicit in this very injustice. And it is high time they speak, because everyone is going to face the consequence of this silence. Everybody will get a share of it. Another consequence that they have to face, and they are already facing today, social and economic breakdown. Social and economic breakdown. You are going to see more of it going forward. You are going to see more of it. The ongoing tension affects business, security, stability in Igbo land. The economy of the region continues to suffer because injustice breeds unrest. Every single thing that is happening today is anchored on the continued detention of Mazen Nandekan. You can think anything you can, including the insecurity that is being sponsored by federal government of Nigeria. Federal government of Nigeria built that insecurity around Mazen Nandekan. They did it by themselves. They knew that taking Mazen Nandekan away is not going to be easy, that Biafrans are not going to take it with a kick glove. They know very well, and they went ahead and did it, creating tension in Biafra land as we speak. The consequence of this madness has also made us to know that there is no need having any faith in leadership. There is no faith in leadership, either in Igbo leadership, either in political leadership, in Nigerian leadership. We have no faith in it, and we will never ever have any faith in it anymore. Not anymore. Igbo political elites have lost moral legitimacy. Just imagine the call that was made by somebody who is not Igbo. The Ohanese Ndohi Nandama, they were too quick to go and endorse Tinubu. Ohanese Ndohi Nandama, they were too quick to go and put ransom on Mazi Simon Ekpa, an innocent son, the good man, who was fighting for the rest of Mazi Nandekan. They put ransom on him so quick. They put the first one, the second one, they increased it. And they were so quick to congratulate Nigerian government for the successful maneuver with Finland to take down Mazi Simon Ekpa. They were so quick to do that. But look at today. Even when a call was made by someone else to come and march to Asarok for the reason of Mazi Nandekan, none of them have any response. We have not had any response from them. Their refusal to speak for their own people makes them appear self-serving, disconnected from the suffering of the Biafrans. That is what it is. They are 100% disconnected with the suffering of the Biafran people. And they are only serving themselves. The Igbo politicians, the Igbo elites, the Ohanese Ndohi and Dama, these people are serving themselves. They are not serving the Biafrans. They are only there for their own selfish and personal interests. And they should be prepared to face the consequence of the continuous detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Another thing they have to prepare for, the consequence, is strengthening of the Biafran spirit. As you continue to detain Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are giving us more fuel and energy to see reason why we must continue to fight for Biafra. As you continue to hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are giving us more reasons. Every child of Biafra, every genuine Biafra, every genuine Igbo person, more especially, every genuine Igbo man, you are giving them the reason to add their own voice and pursue the self-determination. You are making them understand that whatever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has said in the past are nothing but the truth. That there is no hope for us anywhere, except through self-determination. Continue to detain him. Ironically, Kanu's continuous imprisonment is fueling the Biafra cause even more. His silence in detention has become louder than Nigerian propaganda. I have said it time and time again. They thought they would silence Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They thought they would silence Mazen Simon Ekpa. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Mazen Simon Ekpa is speaking to more than 50 million Biafrans every day. They are speaking even louder. They have even had more voice than ever. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still speaking to Biafrans across board. You see so many of us playing his voice over and over again, repeating his quotations over and over, playing the voice of Mazen Simon Ekpa over and over, repeating their quotations over and over again. I do that in every of my program. That is giving them the voice. You can't stop it. You cannot. Every day he remained detained, more people awaken to the truth of his message. The more you continue to detain him, you are giving more people reasons to resonate with the message of our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa. They have always been right. They have always been right. Even today, everyone is focused in Nigeria in the sense that Mazen Simon Ekpa is in Europe. And we are waiting for the appeal to be called up and we fight on that appeal. We are not forgetting it. We are looking on it and we are following it. And when the time comes, we are going to take it head on. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. It doesn't matter what the enemies say. It doesn't matter what they want to say. We will continue to move and push it until the needful is done. You're welcome, my sister Victoria Wenke. Go ahead and talk to us, Victoria. I know you don't have all the time. Go ahead and speak to us, our sister Victoria.
Good morning, Mazi.
You're welcome.
Good morning, good morning, everyone. Mazi, since all this wide, Adam Abatanos na negere because him na fusi nebe Nnamdi Kanu na Abamanya mmili. So sika Mazi mi nga contribute sika negere mana asikwa m kam just batakwa this morning sigi were opportunity ya nwe na bakwa gu ume bakwa ndị niile na-ekwukwa okwu a ume ka Chineke continue kwa na-enyekwa unu strength because other is every day pụta ya na-ekwu okwu ị na-agbani nwa na ebe a ga-eme okwu for 2 hours mana unu na-anọrọ n'ebe a kwugide for 2 hours 3 hours unu na-agbani Chineke gozie unu Chineke baa unu ume mana asị m ka m kwutukwa nnọọ jụtụkwa ajụjụ ka ọ na-abụ nnọtụkwa njụtụkwa ajụjụ na-ajụkwa bụ ndị a niile si na Simon Ekpa bụ problem ha IPOB a niile a jeleba witness na Finland ndị nke a niile nọ na ụlọ no na Nigeria bụ ndị nke nọ na Biafra land. That's nke si na ebe mmadụ abụchi fearless IPOB na nọ na homeland na ebe na-esi from anili ha nche niile na-eme ọnụ gwa ka ezi ebe ha nọ ha jezere kpọpụta Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Time has come. Ebe ọ bụ Simon Ekpa bụ problem, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ji ọpụta ahụ. O gịnị ka ha na-emezi? The worst part of it na ha pụọ na media. We are there in the media. I'm not seeing them anymore. Eh? I'm not seeing them anymore. Na media. Kese be fancy. Febezene kpọpụta Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ebe ọ bụ na ha silent to go Simon Ekpa tinye na nga. Time has come for them to come and bring Maazị Nnamdi out. Amazi m ifufa na-echezi. Ife abụ ihe na-agbamanya mmiri since. Ọ na-agbamanya mmiri. Amara m ndị a are there for Biafran, are there for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka bịara ka megide anyị. Amara m nnesi anya mpụta na Facebook m sacha adị m afụsịkwa these people. Nje chọgharịa na YouTube adị m afụsịkwa these people. Ama m ha chọrọ ka ha si na-etizie onye ọbụla ka ha Maazị Nnamdi ka ekwudebezie Maazị Nnamdi Kanu n'ụwa. I don't know, I don't understand them. Also be here sikanti o ama mo ọtụtụ okwu because obi adịrịsị m mma at all.
Thank you, my sister. You have spoken well. Ajụgị dị very, very genuine. Anya oge Maazị Simon Ekpa nọ here. Onye ọ na-eti mgbu Simon Ekpa. As if na Simon Ekpa nọ chifu ụzọ. Simon Ekpa apụgo na go from the way. It's almost 8 months or 10 months or 12 months now. Getting to 1 year now. It's not there. Fanchai disappears here. I do not Simon Ekpa the hip of the Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Someone up on I'm gonna pop down the Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine Kita the Google protest. It is only an outsider. Pressure Kita Nabia from outsider. And when the pressure Nabia from Biafran people at all to Nigerian government, not even one pressure. There is no single pressure coming from Biafran people. The pressure we are getting, the first time it was somebody from Plateau State that called for protest. Now, Omoyele is calling for protest.
Ndị be anyị na-enye excuses. Peter Obi na along. Peter Obi na
call not on phone to come out. But any excuses. But in the Switzerland. If all the amazing will post, they don't even make any effort.
China some them.
China some of them want to post if you had a post. No plan, nothing towards the reach of Maazị.
Ima powerful every time. Ima powerful in your press release. Nothing like Anyamazi Ima powerful at this window. Where are all of them?
And when he came up, all these people just came all because the Maazị Kanu was in there now. How before, when you're not report the case, your Maazị Kanu report it. How can you be talking about an invisible person? And when you're not saying more powerful, if you know one before. Have you ever seen him before?
I'm a como.
Oh.
I'm a como.
Someone ended that in language of a more powerful, nothing like that. You don't just report somebody. Each you report, call somebody you can call and interview the person. Address here. How can you be an invisible person? They represent Biafra. Biafra was invisible something. So, but because of the fact that Maazị Kanu had run now, that's the press release won't get like suit in the government in Nigeria. So if all over, they will post it. If all over, they post it. But then there's someone you can't post those things now. You can't post it because nobody will pay attention to it because they know that they are not in charge. It is sad, but we must continue.
Okay. Mamalo.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your contribution. Thank you, my sister. You're welcome, Bro Greg. You're welcome. Good to have you, Bro Greg. Bro Greg, are you there?
Mazi. Yes, Mazi. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, I greet Biafrans, the listeners, and all the Biafrans all over the world. My greetings to you. Thanking God for all our lives and His mercy upon us as we continue fighting for our freedom and face the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is 5 years plus. He is suffering just because of us and just because of the people he loved. He called my people. I am fighting for the freedom of my people, said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we call God, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for us. Father, may you fight for him. May you fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is fighting for his people. The people you are asking to go and fight for, to liberate them from the bondage of the enemies. We call upon you not to abandon your son. He is not there because he wants to be rich. He is not there because he wants fame. He is not there because he hates anybody. He is fighting for the freedom of his people and the freedom of even all those Nigerians that are in bondage. And because of that, he will not die in the cage of the enemy. You will not allow him to die in the hands of the enemy. You will succeed him. You will make him to overcome. You will heal him from any kind of infirmity or poison that they have afflicted on his body. Because that is your word. That even when your children eat poison, they will not die. And when they are sick, they will be healed. And that spirit is what we are calling upon his head. That no poison will kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because that is your word. And no sickness from any how that will kill him, because you are able to make a sick man to be healed. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be, his case will not be different. We don't trust in medication. We trust in you, who give the physician the wisdom to produce any medicine to heal. You are the doctor of all doctors. May you visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and heal him. And remember your son, Simon Ekpan, who have come out to support what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out for. Never abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Never abandon Mazi Simon Ekpan. Be you their pillar and their refuge, and deliver them from the hand of the tyrants. This we ask today through Christ our Lord. Amen. Yes, Mazi, I will first start to say, any person that is willing should join the protest that is coming. As you have announced the date, you said it's 20th of October. That should be in 10 days, if I might be right, or 11 days from today. It is a pity that this call is coming and people who are supposed to react are not reacting. But to be honest with you, I know that most of them cannot react, they cannot support, because onye gbara mmadụ egbe anaghị agba ya mbọ. You cannot expect Hope Uzodimma to come and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be free. You will not expect Soludo, a propaganda professor, to come and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be free. Don't expect Mba, who will be a witness, who have been calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to come and say he want to join. Don't expect Umahi. Don't expect Obi. I will tell you in the side of Obi before anything. I will continue to talk about Obi. He is my namesake. I don't hate him. I love him. But where somebody is not doing it well, everybody that have been supporting Obi, at the end of the day, they will withdraw. I will start from the man that he had problem with, Father Mbaka. Withdrawed his support. And even when he was coming out for presidency, he said, if Igbo people are looking for somebody who will fight for them, it's not Obi. But people never take his prophecy every time serious. Why I'm saying this is a pity I have to say it. I started following Mbaga since 2003. When Obasanjo want to come out for third term, he prophesied coming out of Obasanjo in third term, and he told him that he would try to come, but it will not work for him. And he talked about Chimaroke, that if there will be election in any state, Chimaroke will not win. But there will be no election. I'm just quoting him. And when he came in the town of Jonathan, he supported, he threw his weight in Jonathan, and Jonathan messed up, disappointed. And the Obi's own again, he come out and he's saying, Igbo should look for somebody who is bold, not Obi. Obi cannot do it. And that is perfectly, any person that is watching it will testify to that. Number one.
Obi is just a puppet.
Number one. Obi denied Biafra from the day one that Biafra is dead. It's only a fool will come out and make, even though you're not supporting that, you cannot say that he's dead. Something that you watch the Igbo people, if there is any family in Igbo land, if they are 10, 8 or 9.5 will be supporting it. And you come and say he's dead. That will show you he's nobody.